Environmental scientists interested in mapping land surface changes and niche communities like archaeological remote sensing scientists are more used to proximity and airborne surveying techniques to investigate cultural landscapes and assess the impact of natural and anthropogenic hazards on local heritage. In 2019, we held a session at the ESA Living Planet Symposium to gather the user feedback on the use of satellite data for the study and conservation of cultural and natural heritage. Delegates coming from more humanities-related backgrounds called for easy accessibility to existing satellite data, archive data, and products, as well as image processing routines to increase the capability to work on satellite images, particularly radar data, and generate value-added products. ESA's Geohazards Exploitation Platform, the GEP, therefore opens opportunities for a wide range of users. In particular, we run tests with SAR-based change detection processing tools, such as the SnackSnap Sentinel-1 GRD amplitude change and COIN, coherence and intensity change for Sentinel-1, to demonstrate that GEP can enable even non-expert users to detect unforeseen natural hazard events, for example floods, and document their impacts on remote archaeological landscapes and heritage sites. Of the various tests that we carried out, in this paper we present the back analysis of the flood event that occurred at the end of October and affected the landscape around the archaeological site of Sagiopolis, a former fortified settlement of the eastern border defense system of the Roman Empire. The event was completely unknown and no records of flooding were reported in any of the main information channels or social media. A regional screening of Sentinel-2 and automated spectral analysis by means of moisture index and normalized difference flood index provided clear evidence of the spatial extent of the flooded areas on the 13th October 2018 compared to the situation on 15th October. However, Sentinel-2 does not provide other cloudless images until 14th December 2018, when the flooding event was already over. Therefore, the only way to further constrain temporarily the event was to exploit the full Sentinel-1 time series acquired from 16th October to 9th November 2018 in both ascending and descending orbits and VV and VH polarizations. The change detection analysis based on Sentinel-1 allowed us to predate the start of the flooding on 28th October, at least 2 days before the evidence showed by the Sentinel-2 image. The extent of the flooded landscape south and in the nearby of Sagiopolis is well delineated by the red pattern in the RGB color composite and the matching blue colored pattern in the coherence map. At larger scale, swollen rivers and flooded land appear as brighter areas of increased radar backscatter in the VV polarized image better than in the VH1. This would suggest that waters were generally not deep and the terrain soon became wet and muddy. On the 3rd and 4th November, the upper part of the hydraulic basin where Sagiopolis is located was still flooded. The RGB composite and the ratio map do not reveal evident change, except for some patterns of increased radar backscatter localized south of the fortification walls in front of the northwestern corner. See the white arrows in the figure. The patterns observed in Sentinel-1 coherence and change maps were validated with a nearly simultaneous bespoke Cosmos SkyMed Enhanced Spotlight time series at 1 meter spatial resolution. The change maps very finely captured the flooded areas and the temporal evolution of the drying out process. Our research proves once again the value of analyzing Sentinel-1 images on the JEP using standardized processing routines to make the best out of the information stored in the huge archives of Sentinel-1 data that just wait to be analyzed. In the case of cultural heritage, such activity is important to improve our knowledge of ancient sites and monuments and assess the impact of natural hazards on their future conservation.